Hi there, Eric Bakker. Thanks for coming back. I often get asked by people what are the best foods to eat when I first embark on a Candida cleanse. You know, what's some of my best dietary choices? I'm just starting out on the Candida cleanse. What can I really eat? That's a really good question. I made so many videos on this channel trying to explain to people the different types of foods that they can eat with the Candida cleanse. So what I'd like you to do is not to make really powerful, strong, massive diet changes up front. It's not a good idea to do that. The diet can be slowly changed as you work along the Candida diet. Try and look at the diet that you're embarking on before the Candida diet. So if your diet was really, really bad, like if you were having, for example, McDonald's 3 times per day for food, pizzas for snacks, Coke for drinks all the time, and things like that. It's not unusual. I mean, I had a patient from England only about 2 weeks ago that was consuming about half a gallon of Coke a day and having several pizzas a day, and this was his preferred diet. And this man wanted to go on a Candida cleanse. So it's not a good idea to go from that kind of diet immediately into a healthy diet straight away and go on a Candida cleanse. In that case, particularly in that man's case, what we did is we went on what I call a warm turkey approach, right? We took things away from him and replaced them with other foods and other drinks. The key thing with him was to take the Coca-Cola away, and that's one of the key things that we achieved with him by swapping it out with fruit juice. And you're thinking, well, hang on a minute, what a dumb guy telling someone to drink fruit juice instead of Coca-Cola. Well, actually, they're both crap, but one's a little bit less crap than the other, okay? So I'm replacing a carbonated fizzy kind of a drink with a fruit juice with sugar in it. Now you'll think, what the hell? This Candida guy is recommending someone to drink sugar. It's a stepping stone, my friend. Okay? If you've got someone drinking the black poison, you can't just switch them from that to water right away, can you? So we dilute the fruit juice down, just like we do with the baby. All right? We dilute it down, and eventually we get them right off. Choke, as I call it, not Coke. So that was the method to my madness there. Now, in time, this gentleman's going to be moved from an extremely poor diet into a very healthy diet. His transition is going to take 3 months. All right, he's quite overweight, but he's very, 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 very determined to stay on track, and I could see it in him that he was quite sincere. So I know that he's going to make the changes. Now, perhaps you out there aren't drinking, half a gallon of Coke a day and eating pizzas all day. Maybe you're eating quite a tiny diet. Maybe you've already made some kind of changes. But no matter what you're eating, check carefully that it falls in line with the Candida Crusher approach. All right? Have a good look at my videos on healthy eating. You'll need to take out the sugary foods, the sweet foods. You'll need to take out any convenience or takeaway foods, any candy, any ice cream, any cookies, all of those things. You could be eating an 85-90% healthy diet and putting 5 or 10% of not so healthy stuff in there, which the majority of people do. That 5 to 10% needs taking out. Those are the foods that need to go, right? So it's not so much what can I eat, it's what should I not eat? What do I need to take out? Think of the treats that need to go. You need to make changes. So what you can eat on the first several days or several weeks of the Candida cleanse, that depends quite a lot on what you were eating as you were going into the Candida cleanse, right? If your diet was very healthy to begin with, you may only need to make very minor change. Take a couple of pieces of fruit out that you're eating, for example. Take out one snack food. And then basically what you're doing is staying on the same foods that you're on. Vegetables, fruits which we find quite permissible. We've talked enough about fruits on this channel. Look at my fruit videos, for example. Different types of lean meats. If you're not into meats, there are different types of vegetarian proteins you can have. They could either be tofu or tempeh. They could be lentils. They could be nuts and seeds. They could be beans. There are many different foods you can eat, protein foods. So the choice is yours, really. But think of the different categories that you can consume. This is an opportunity also for you to cut down portion sizes a little bit. When you're going in a Candida cleanse the first few weeks, it's important to take some time out. If you've got some vacation, or spend some time with people that you really like, hopefully stress-free kind of times for you, so you're not going to make the wrong kind of call when it comes to food. So try and focus on fresh, on healthy, and also try and focus on not going anywhere near takeaway kind of places or being influenced by people who give you these kind of foods or drinks. It's as simple as that, people. There's nothing complicated about it, right? But remember, the golden rule is it all depends on how you went into the Candida cleanse. If you went in it like the guy from England, or alternatively, we had a lady from Santa Monica who started the Candida cleanse not that long ago. Now, her diet was excellent to begin with, in total contrast to the gentleman from the UK. In her case, she basically stayed on the same diet. She just took a few corn chips out that she was eating too much of, and some of the drinks had a little bit too much sugar in them, and her cleanse is pretty straightforward. So which person's going to have more problem with the cleanse? Obviously, the gentleman from England will have more problem because he may be, missing Coca-Cola and having cravings and things like this. He's got a lot more weight to lose too. So two people with two different outcomes. But you know what to do now. And make sure you watch my other videos. There's plenty of information. Thanks for tuning in.